Okay, girls, I have to apologize as usual. This is Zoom, so I think I have to share the screen again and we have to complete. So, as I told you before, please try to skip the verbs that could be regular and irregular at the same time, like hang. I can say hung and I can say hanged. Skip these because you only need the irregular verbs. And absolutely, you will reduce the number of irregular verbs. Again, this file is extremely important because absolutely you need these verbs. You need them in your everyday English. So maybe they are a little too much, but as I told you, I don't need you just to memorize them in 2 days. Take your own time. You can try to practice using 5 verbs daily, and believe me, only in 2 months, you will master them all. Okay, so now let's practice using the simple past tense. After that, absolutely, we're going to practice using the past continuous. Now, let's try to read the story of walking the Amazon. And we have to use the verbs in the box here. Let me erase my screen. Okay. So, guys, now we have to read walking the Amazon and we have to use these verbs in the box, but in the simple past tense. Absolutely, number one is solved for us. So, Ed Stafford became in the past. This is became. Okay. The first man in history to walk the length of Amazon River from the source to the sea. He, for eight,
Was walking,
he, ah,
walking,
guys,
walked.
walked. He walked.
بس
Again,
wrong.
again, I have to use these verbs in what? Simple past tense.
Okay.
So he walked for, maybe it's wrong, maybe. So he walked for 860 days. Okay, this is walk. Let me cross it. The journey in April
And
to
began,
the journey
ended.
Began.
the journey ended.
Mm.
Okay, let me say the journey ended.
Yeah, maybe. أو began.
Began or ended. I think we have another date.
Began.
Aha, thank you. It is began. So the journey began in April 2008. Absolutely. This date is in the simple past, and the past of begin is began in 2008 when Ed, the
Arrived.
town,
Arrived.
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 Oh, okay. Arrived. When Ed arrived, the town of Kamana on the Pacific coast of Peru. It in
Ended.
August, it ended exactly. So the journey ended in August 2010 when he in Maruda. When he went.
When. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Okay, guys, go. The verb go needs a preposition.
Uh. Left.
Left in Maruda. Okay, let me write left. And absolutely, we have a recording to check our answers. Let me say left. So he left in Maruda on the Atlantic coast of Brazil. He through 3 countries, Peru, Colombia, and Brazil.
يمكن هلأ arrive
He arrived through.
إنه هي بتوصل هودي الثلاثة.
Okay. Guys, all the time throw takes the verb go. Go through is يمر أو يعاني.
Left. Yeah.
What is the past of go?
Went.
He went to
Went.
throw. Exactly. So he went to throw 3 countries. مرة أو اجتاز 3 مدن. Peru, Colombia, and Brazil. So don't forget I can use go through. The journey nearly 2.5 years. استغرقت الرحلة تقريبا 2.5 السنة.
Wanted.
wanted استغرقت الرحلة.
mm, Explained.
took
لا.
amazing. The journey took 2 years. So took the past of take 2.5 years. I it for the adventure.
Decided.
I what?
Decided.
I decided it for the adventure, says Ed. Okay, I suggest to listen to the recording, just to listen again to the verbs that we have to use. It is 3.1, so this is the beginning of Unit 3. That's amazing. And let me play the first recording. This is it. Please listen to the pronunciation. Okay.
Unit 3, Tape Script 3.1. Walking the Amazon. Amazing journey ends after 6,000 miles.
Ed Stafford became the first man in history to walk the length of the Amazon River from the source to the sea. He walked for 860 days. The journey began in April 2008 when Ed left the town of Kamana.
What?
left,
When Eddie left, or
Left.
Ed, sorry. So here we have to say left, the past of leave. Leave the town, left the town. So when Ed left the town of Kamana on the Pacific coast of Peru.
On the Pacific coast of Peru. It ended in August 2010 when he arrived in Maruda.
So
arrived,
arrive in. Exactly. So left, not left in, arrive in. And absolutely it is in the simple past, so I have to say arrived. He arrived, double R, I'm sorry. And I can say in. We have double R, so I-V-E-D. He arrived in Maruda on the Atlantic coast of Brazil.
On the Atlantic coast of Brazil. He went through 3 countries, Peru, Colombia and Brazil. The journey took nearly 2.5 years. I did it for the adventure, says Ed.
So
I did
I
it.
did.
I did it. Exactly. The past of do is did. So this is it. Notice till now everything happened in the past and finished in the past. Okay. Now let's try to ask a few questions about the story that we have just read. Now, if I want to say how far Ed walked, I have to say how far did. Don't forget that in asking questions, if you remember in the present time, we have to use do does. And because here it is in the simple past, we have to use did. So how far did Ed walk? Okay, now what is the answer? How far did Ed walk?
He walked
Bravo. He walked
800.
bravo, for 860 days. So this is the answer of question number 1. Now, how can I form a question by using when journey begin?
When did the journey begin?
Bravo, Tagreed. When did the journey begin? Exactly. And the answer is, when did the journey begin? Bravo.
In April.
Exactly. So I have to write began because it is the answer. In question, I have to write did and write the base form of the verb. So the journey began in April 2008. Now 3. How can I ask a question using where journey?
Did the journey end?
Bravo. Where did the journey end? Now where did the journey end? Not when, but where?
In August.
On the Atlantic coast of Brazil.
Exactly. It is where, but not when. So it ended on the Atlantic coast of Brazil. This is the answer of the question number 3. Now 4. Which countries go through?
Did he go through, صح?
Uh-huh. So
Country
the full
did
question is
go through.
exactly which countries did it
He,
go through?
ah,
Now, which countries did it
he
go
went
through?
Those
through 3
countries.
countries.
Exactly.
Peru, Colombia, and Brazil.
Uh-huh. So these are the 3 countries it went through. Now 5, how long journey take?
How long did the journey take?
Bravo. How long did? Because it's the simple past, the journey take. How long did the journey take?
Nearly 2.5 years.
Yeah,
2.5
exactly.
years.
This is it. The journey took nearly 2.5 years. Finally, why do it?
Why
Did
did he do it?
Oh, bravo. So why did he do it? Okay, why did he do it?
adventure?
I
Uh-huh.
did it for the adventure, says Ed.
Exactly. He did it for the adventure. So this is it. All the questions are in the simple past, and absolutely I have to be careful because I'm asking a question, I have to use did. And if I'm answering the question, I have to use the verb to with the main verb. And don't forget that we have to be careful if the verb is regular or maybe irregular. Okay, now I think we have to listen again to the questions. Maybe we committed a mistake. It is a 3.2, so let me play the recording. Now this is recording 2.
Tape script 3.2. Questions and answers. 1.
How far did Ed walk?
He walked 6,000 miles.
That's it
2.
for days.
When did the journey begin?
It began in April 2008.
3.
3.
Where did the journey end?
It ended in Maruda, on the Atlantic coast of Brazil.
Amazing. 4.
4.
Which countries did he go through?
He went through Peru, Colombia, and Brazil.
5.
5.
How long did the journey take?
It took nearly 2.5 years.
Finally.
6.
Why did he do it?
He did it for the adventure.
So that says it. He did it for the adventure again. This is everything concerning simple past. We haven't discussed the past continuous yet. Okay. Now let's try to read the Cho's story. Absolutely, guys. Cho is a name of the boy. And we have to notice the usage of the past continuous. And you have to tell me now, why did we use the past continuous? Let's try to read this text and to know the usage of the past continuous. Absolutely, the next class, we are going to complete practicing. Zainab, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you read, please, the text about the Cho's story?
Yes, sure. Ed didn't do the trip alone. His companion was Gadiel, Cho,
Mm-hmm.
Sanchez, Rivera, a forestry worker from Peru. شو هالأسماء؟
Yeah, it's from Peru, Brazil. Strange names.
Okay. Chu said, when I first met Ed, I was walking in the forest. I thought he was crazy, but I wanted to help him and be his guide.
Mm-hmm.
One day, we were walking in a very dangerous part of the forest when we saw a hostile tribe. They,
Mm-hmm. Hostile.
hostile
Do you
tribe.
know? Uh-huh.
Hostile, it's many than the hotel.
No, hostile is عدواني أو متوحش. hostile.
هيديك hostel.
trip قبيلة
Mhm.
عدوانية أو متوحشة.
Okay. They didn't understand what Ed was doing there. I explained he was an adventurer and he was walking the Amazon. They decided he was crazy too.
Amazing. Okay. Now, guys, I need you to tell me or show me the using of the past continuous here, which are written in bold. So the first one is
Was working.
I was
aha.
working.
So notice that here
Working.
this is exactly was working. This is the first action and meeting is the second action. And notice that I use them using the keyword of what?
When?
Of when. So when I met Ed, okay, I was working in the forest. So notice the verb of meeting is finished and still Ed was working in the forest. And notice here, guys, we're walking. And here I used when again. So let's try to suggest or discuss this sentence. When we saw a hostile tribe, okay, we were walking in a very dangerous part of the forest. So notice again the using of two actions. This is number one in the past continuous because still continuous in the past. And أصلا فعل seeing لا يقبل الاستمرار. So this is simple past. And I used when because I'm talking about two actions, not only one action. And don't forget that here we have was walking. So I explained he was an adventurer and he was walking the Amazon. So this is it, the using of the past continuous. Absolutely, it's not the end because we still have two important exercises about the past continuous. I have to be sorry because after 2 minutes I have a next class or another class. If you have any questions, you can ask me before leaving.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, so
Thank
I
you,
have to
teacher.
thank you guys and let me
Thank
wish
you,
a good
teacher.
night for you. Thank you, thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye bye, bye bye.